Hi, I'm Benjamin Kowalski with Freight 360, and in this video, we'll be giving you a preview of our course, Freight Broker Basics. So sit back and take a few minutes while we take you through the curriculum, the content, and what you can expect when taking the course. Remember that each and every topic is covered in text, video, and an audio recording. So no matter your learning style or preference, we've got you covered. So what are you waiting for? Let's jump into it.
Hello, I'm Nate Cross with Freight 360, and welcome to Freight Broker Basics. In this course, you will learn the fundamentals of freight brokerage, from how to set up your company and apply for your license all the way through invoicing your customers.
Before you begin the course, we would like to briefly tell you about how you can get the most out of your purchase. First and foremost, like anything in life, we get out what we put into things. And that's definitely true here. You're not going to be able to run a successful business by simply scanning through this course once. For the same reason, you can't be expected to teach material you've only read one time. It wasn't the case in college or high school, and it isn't the case here.
We recommend taking notes as you read through each lecture and watch each video. Write down questions you have when you come across a topic that may not have been clear at first. Reread sections as necessary. And most importantly, look up definitions of words or terminology when necessary. So let's jump into what you'll be learning. In Module 1, an introduction to freight brokering, you'll learn what a freight broker is, what a freight broker does, and which government agencies regulate the industry along with the rules they've put into place to maintain ethical standards. We'll cover the types of shipping services provided by a freight broker, and finally, you'll get a look into a day in the life of a freight broker. Module 2 is all about getting set up. You'll start with the required steps in opening a freight brokerage, the options to choose from when it comes to the ownership of your brokerage, which tools and technology are a must, and which tools are recommended. We'll cover the capital or money you'll need to open and maintain your brokerage, how to calculate that as your business grows, and where and how you can secure those funds if you don't have that money saved already. Finally, you'll learn how to set up your home office.
Module 3 is all about customers, beginning with a lesson on what prospecting is, who you can prospect, and where to find those leads in the first place. You'll learn all about the spot market and the contract market, and why that difference really matters. We'll cover the most common hurdles new brokers face when prospecting, and finally, the most important of all, how much activity you'll need to be making to actually be successful in this industry. Module 4 is all about the win. That's right, how to win those customers, beginning with an overview of the sales process from the point of view of your shippers or prospects. How to set up a customer once they've agreed to work with you, what credit approval is, and how to set up your company's internal credit approval process. You'll learn how to win dedicated lanes, how to price a lane and run quotes, and we'll wrap up with a special technique that turns cold calls into warm calls. Module 5, carriers. Ever wonder what the difference is between a step deck and an RGN? Or how much weight a 53-foot flatbed can haul? In Module 5, you'll learn everything you need to know about the types of equipment you'll be sourcing and brokering, which equipment types are used for which types of freight, and the basics of how cargo is secured, loaded, transported, and sometimes transloaded. You'll learn about the spot and contract market from the point of view of the motor carriers. We'll discuss the process of setting up all of those carriers in your system, and finally, you'll get an in-depth look at less than truckload, or LTL, from our resident LTL expert, Nate Cross.
Module 6 covers the processes and legal definitions of dispatching, beginning with an overview of what dispatching is and what it isn't, how to account for fuel advances, lumpers, and other accessorial charges. You'll learn how to make check calls and send customer updates, how to confirm that your load has been delivered clean, and finally, we'll cover the common dispatching issues. Module 7 is all about the often overlooked area of the back office. So many new freight brokers spend all of their efforts and energy on acquiring new customers and booking loads. And that's not bad, but it's just as important to understand how, what, and who will be supporting these operations as you begin and what they look like as you're growing. We'll cover what tools and technology you'll be relying on, the basics of accounting procedures, along with customer and carrier support tasks. And finally, what human resources are and why they're important to your brokerage.